not up to date on this.
Don't confuse the issue. I'm trying to make it clear and simple. If you're at a track meet and someone says, get out from under our tent, you walk away. You don't bring a knife and say, touch me and see what happens. Because you're going to go to jail. Okay? That's the rule. That's the way we operate. Now, maybe in your community, things are different, which is why so many black men are killing other black men.
Because as a white man, the police officers always say, I'm going to kick your ass, you dirty fucking, fucking pig.
Actually,
I hate the pigs. And you know what the cops do? They're like, please, white man, please. I'm just doing my job. And I'm like, no, you're a dirty fucking pig. Fuck you. I will kill all of you. You fucking filthy pigs. And they're like, oh, come on now. Come on, please. You're not one of these dirty fucking apes we have to patrol in the black community. We don't want... Dude, please don't do that. And then I say, like, kiss my shoes, white man. You dirty pig. And they do it. And do you think that if I was black, I would not have to put up with this bullshit? Because if I was black, they'd probably just, like, kill me or beat the shit out of me right away and take me into custody. And, like, it is so weird how... And, like, you're a white supremacist, and I'm really sick of your fucking shit, Alan, you goddamn boomer faggot.
Projection alert.
Literally, that's fine.
8-year-old women for money.
Absolutely. Okay, just because you don't have a sugar granny doesn't mean you can hate on me. Okay, go find your fucking own.
Oh.
But I literally, that's the thing, is I personally, I think that they are actually blacks. You're right. I would point guns at police officers, and they're like, please, sir, don't shoot me. Please. But they're frozen like deer in headlights. They will not even go near their guns. They're just scared of me. It's horrible. But with blacks, they want to pull, for whatever reason, they just want to pull their gun right out of their holster and then just shoot a black person, which is super fathomably based. But, I don't really wish to change it. But yes, the police, they're absolutely occupied by white supremacists. And that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, Pepe, I have to apologize. You're absolutely right. No white people ever get arrested. It's only black people who get shot by the police.
Okay.
I see the wisdom of your words.
Go ahead, Free.
Okay, well, I think that there's a...
Make Free want to go, Euro, just real quick.
Okay.
Trying to get in.
So just answer the question I wrong. Yeah, these fuckers are stupid. So I said until it will out. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
so
you're good.
Appreciate it. I said until pretty much for the rest of the whole week, all the way till about last Monday when the trial first started, informed these fuck faces about the case and what was going to happen. I was the only one that gets the outcome correct. And it's just my ass yesterday, which is good redemption. I mean, they apologized for their assholes to me. They, saw the early ways and kind of gave grace. And I didn't throw it in their faces. I, glowed a little bit and just kept moving. The bottom line is that, to the topic, yeah, they're fucking stupid because even after acknowledging that, just with those people and pretty much the general demographic that support this guy, Anthony, at this point, they still are trying to figure out what's going on in this case, opposed to being obvious. The fucker was guilty. Like, he was guilty of shit. Like, the police report says it, the witnesses say it, the jury sees it. I mean, everybody sees it. He couldn't even defend him fucking self because that's how bad it was. It was so bad that he could not even make an argument for himself. And I know people say, well, it's best for the defendant not speak for himself. In this particular case, it's a rare exception. He needs to, because everything was stacked against him. The only thing that support him is things that have nothing to do with the case. The fucking online myths, the online conspiracy theories. Those are the only things that are supportive. The problem is, if you got on the stand and try to put that shit out there, they would eat him up. So the bottom line is, these people are incredibly fucking stupid. And when I say stupid, I mean they have the answers to the test and they still fail. That's what stupidity is. Stupidity is when you know it's not the correct answer, but you still don't choose the answer. And Carmelo, he was young, and like a lot of young boys he's done. I actually feel sorry for him. I'm laying on this because I won't be too long with it. I do sincerely feel sorry for Anthony. I think he was alone under that tent. I think he was alone in the jail. I think he was alone throughout this case. I think he's going to be a lonely boy through the rest of his life, like a lot of those black boys. And the reason I say that because it seems like he don't have a good support system to show him better ways. And our black community is surrounded by a bunch of dumb fucks who grow up to be big-ass idiots who keep pushing dumb-ass ideas that causes more mental anthonies. That's what's going on. So these people are fucking stupid, and when we look at our society, we keep creating more of these type of people. I don't think he learned anything, and unfortunately, he doesn't have a good support system that will make him a better man. I'm not on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good point, and I keep bringing up the fact that he was asked 15 times.
But yes, the police
prior to this by 7.
They're absolutely
and he chose to stay, and a lot of people in this room and certainly in Clubhouse have this idea that you should be fighting back no matter what. And
but who are white people to tell a black person to leave? Like, they don't own the space. Like that. I think
first of all, it has nothing to do with. First of all, it has nothing to do with white people or black people.
Oh,
it's
white
just
supremacist. You're a white supremacist. Right, here's your rule.
No, I'm just saying it has to do with you're at a location and several people are asking you to leave. The tent was for a different high school, so that's just factors that have to be taken into account.
Do you think you control black bodies? Is that what it is? You think
There's nothing to do with black versus white. And then the other thing is, unfortunately, I guess maybe it's not here anymore, but he did bring up, I think it was in the Zimmerman case, saying that...
all right. We have to projection alert. Projection alert.
That's not true. They weren't. So
It comes from the family. It comes from the family. That's what.
Considerations that the jury had to take into account. And so,
I mean, their complaint was stalking.
know that, but
Yeah, I know,
somebody,
but the distinction is, they keep saying, if you put your hands on somebody, you're gonna get killed. He didn't touch him. Zimmerman did not touch the guy. The police told the 911 operator said, stop and leave the area. He was walking away. And it was the guy, Trayvon Martin, changed to the next. At the point at which he got shot, Trey was beating his head against the pavement. The gun fell out, and Zimmerman said, "Fuck this." And
that's
he
my
got him.
point.
It was a fight for his life.
That's my point. There was a physical struggle. So I'm just saying it wasn't true when the person said that there wasn't any blows, there wasn't any violence. There was a physical struggle. And so that changes the nature of the case, and the prosecution had to disprove self-defense beyond a reasonable doubt. So that's where the trouble comes, because given the facts of the case, the burden is on the prosecution to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that there wasn't a self-defense. And that's what makes it difficult, because even if you think likely that the self-defense is bogus, it's not sufficient. You have to acquit in the case that there's a doubt about the possibility that self-defense was involved.
Do you think Carmelo felt like he wasn't being respected? You think his emotions were out of control? I mean, this could go on for weeks because people on this app are retarded. And this conversation has been happening for months now, since the original incident. I'm not saying tomorrow I'm not going to read a book and not enjoy or join in these stupid conversations. But the fact of the matter is, this kid should be executed. He is a killer. He shouldn't get 35 years. He should get the electric chair. And all the killers in America throughout the whole country should be eliminated, because this country is $40 trillion in debt, and spending $100,000 a year to house murderers is insanity. It's stupid, and it benefits private prison corporations. So fuck them. Execute them all immediately.
Well, that would be unconstitutional. The Supreme Court's been very clear about that.
Oh.
Just put them all on a big cruise liner and then have the cruise liner mysteriously disappear in the Bermuda Triangle. Problem solved.
But the
Bermuda Triangle, then you feed the conspiracy theorists are happy. People, the prison system is now relieved of this financial burden, and everybody's happy. What's the problem?
Well, look at Ireland with that piece of shit Sudanese that tried to behead his neighbor while he was helping him move in. We have terrorism in this country. We have black terrorism in this country. Sometimes we have white terrorism, but mostly we have all black terrorism. How is this not terrorism? In Chicago, 30 people every weekend get murdered with guns. How is that not terrorism? How do we not deploy the army in every major city where there's massive crime? Why is 1,000 deaths every summer acceptable? It's because they're all black and it would be racist to snuff them out from murdering us and murdering themselves. We live in a liberal Democrat woke mind virus. It is terrorism. We are living with black terrorists. This app proves we live amongst black terrorists. Isaac Hayes, fan base, that man is a black terrorist, a liar, a fraudster. They're everywhere. They are racists. They project their racism onto the fake structural white racism. It's all lies. It's all political. And, we have to call it for what it is. Domestic terrorism.
Yeah, so there's no evidence that the Anthony case was terrorism on any level. It was a murder.
It was a murder, but if you accept the idea of weapons immigration, then and if you don't know what that is, I'm sure you do. But if you accept that, then yeah, it is terrorism. I don't think. I understand why you wouldn't see it that way, Euro. We don't need to debate the point. But
why don't you just explain it? How is it terrorism?
How is it terrorism? You have a government that cooperates with foreign countries. They allow people into their country that they know are culturally incompatible and have different ways of dealing with conflict. And what happens when those different cultures meet and clash? You have a high trust culture going up against a low trust culture, and you get a Sudanese who's literally gouging at the guy. He was trying to saw away at his victim's neck.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
Okay,
Literally.
that is, and when you consider that is associated primarily with the people of that region, then I don't think it's a stretch to say it's terrorism.
We're talking about the Anthony case.
No.
I'm saying the analog is in Europe with the Islamic terrorists raping and murdering Europeans. How is that any different from black Americans raping and murdering white people at scale? It's domestic terrorism.
You got cut off.
You're talking about the case, which case?
The one in Belfast.
Oh, okay.
The Sudanese.
Okay, I thought you guys were talking about the Anthony case.
No.
The Anthony case is not terrorism.
No.
Yes, it is. It is terrorism. When you murder somebody, it's terrorism. Is it not, Euro?
No,
It's at scale in this country.
That's why we have two different types.
There were 6 black people that just recently murdered 2 white people, burned them to death, raped them, slaughtered them. That's terrorism, you fucking Canadian faggot. You fucking Canadian pussy.
I have
You fucking
the
Canadian
point of
pussy.
terrorism is to induce fear. And
To induce fear to accomplish some type of objective, political,
Correct.
religious.
Correct. Correct. All right. And it is targeted against civilians. Okay? Now, what is the purpose of all of these attacks on white people? you have people on this app who are demonstrating that they clearly don't like white people. I mean, so we understand that. As to the objective is, I would say, it's to use the umbrella term, it's restorative justice. In the past, white people terrorized black people. That was the point of the KKK, was to induce fear. The point of the N-word was that black people knew that word was used when they lynched a black man. So that if you were walking down the street as a black person and some white person said the N-word, you didn't know if you were about to be the next victim. Okay? So it's certainly inducing fear. The objective is to induce fear in white people, and they're attacking civilians. I mean, I just watched a video today. This gives me the opportunity to bring it up. There's a veteran and his wife sitting at a bus stop. Now, keep in mind, the veteran has a knife on his belt. This black guy comes up, films himself. He walks up to the white guy and punches him in the face because he says, "You were on the jury, Carmelo Anthony's jury." And the wife is like, "No, you're not." And the white guy, he's an elderly man. This is a young black man. And he's like, at first he's like, "What the hell?" And then the white guy is like, you better run away, because I'm going to stick you. And I think that given that we have now learned that black people, if you even touch them, they're justified in stabbing you. I think, yeah, some black guy comes I don't know if that's the lesson.
All right. Yeah. Projection.
That's what we got from this whole trial, and the fact that you shamelessly defended the actions of Carmelo Anthony. What we expect from you to say is, yeah, he's an anomaly. We don't support that. That was dumb. He should fry. He's not one of us. Instead, we get outrage upon outrage, except for a few exceptions, like people like Freed, who said, yeah, he was guilty. Until black people start getting some common sense, the rest of the world is going to view you as stupid animals.
It is. I don't see how you can't see it as domestic terrorism at scale. I'm looking for the link, but these 6 black people slaughtered these 2 white people, young couple, burned their bodies, desecrated them. The police department needed to hire psychiatrists for the police officers because it was so gruesome. And they got grins on their faces in their mugshots. So you tell me that's not terrorism? We are living in a very fucked up society right now. This app, it blows my mind that the founders of this app, those faggots that run this piece of shit app, don't ever go into black spaces and listen to the insanity, which is the trenches, which is the ghetto of Clown House. Why it's gotten this bad? It's really probably because of the Democrats. African Americans in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, everything is hyper politicized and ideological. We're back to the Jim Crow laws now. These people are domestic terrorists, political liars, and fraudsters, and they are killing us. And there's going to be pushback eventually. I think the U.S. needs to deploy the United States Army and the Marines to the top 100 cities, remove every illegal alien in this country, over 20 million people, and put down any rabid dogs that resist. We are entering into a very dangerous time when it's fucked up, but we need real results. Otherwise, this country is going to collapse culturally and financially. We're paying $1 trillion a year now in interest. It's only growing. When it grows so much, there will be no more services. There will be no more payouts. The system is broken.
guy, Bukele. We need a Bukele type. No nonsense.
Exactly. We need a Bukele revolution in this country, which is a military fascist government. It's unfortunate that we have to go that far, but we've reached the tipping point where we cannot continue to allow our people to be massacred at scale. A young 18-year-old girl here in Chicago was murdered by a 25-year-old Venezuelan, shot in the fucking face. And where's the outcry? People are crying about the bike lanes in Chicago. Nobody cares about the illegal aliens slaughtering our young people. We are in a war in this country, and I wish Donald Trump would wake the fuck up and say, we're not going to do this anymore. We're deploying the military throughout the country, and we're taking our country back. Fuck Iran, withdraw, and come back here where the problem's at, in our cities, and crush them. Crush our enemies in this country with force and vigor and military supremacy. Put up guard towers in the ghettos with snipers. If they shoot at the tower, blast them with a 50 caliber. It's over. This bullshit has to end.
But do you realize your suggestion is very constitutional? Ali, I think we all understand that. Sure. Yeah, but just he's expressing a disagreement with you. But that is strictly related to the civil aspects of the society.
It's ridiculous at the university, but bottom line is, I get what you're saying. I'm sure about this to make an average person, and of course, I'm called a code, etc. I think a lot of the people in our culture and society are not privy to some of the information we watch. They look at social media, see the fucking that's going on, white people getting beat up and killed. I think it doesn't register in the same way it registers to a lot of us, because we see the pattern, they don't. And if they see the pattern, they see it as a form of, justification, revenge, etc. There was an acquisition, I believe, of CNN, some of the other networks. And, when Elon Musk bought Twitter, I think there's enough people watching and seeing what's going on, powerful people, most people definitely be aware if there's going to be change. Because the executive souls and people on that side, so what they're going to kind of create this culture of chaos. Then there's other people in the powerful places who are trying to be counter to that. I should have said that in order for Trump and any other powerful person to kind of make the transition that needs to happen, it cannot be over. Reason why, because people will push back. People, even though a lot of people know that's what fucked up, you need them to kind of be on your side, because you don't want to revolt that big, because it cause like a real civil war with bodies. And I know some people feel that needs to happen, but I feel like I don't think we're there just yet. I feel like we are approaching it, because people on the right are being radicalized. Okay, because when I see the shit y'all see, I feel the same way. Like we should take the streets and fuck some of these people up. I know Pepe talked about, especially when we talk about Charlie Kirk, experience what he experienced, and So I say all that to say that, like I said, I feel like changes are coming. We have to be diligent and somewhat patient for certain aspects, which is the cultural view of what's happening. I think that's coming slowly but surely, and I think we need to be very vigilant in how we move in society, move electing the right sheriffs, and police chiefs and mayors and councils and all that shit, because we need people in power, our position of power, to actually execute on what needs to happen in our society. So when you look at cities like Miami, or pretty much, let's say, liberal cities, those city council and mayors and shit, these people are fucking nuts. And they get to operate in red states because the blue people are pushing them in those positions, and they get to pretty much run amok. But we need to be adamant about changing that dynamic. And I don't want to be long with it, because I want to clear out a plan, but you guys know what I'm saying. In short, we have to do our part, is what I'm trying to say. It's going to come a time where I'm trying to say this well, it's so controversial. I don't want nobody to die, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I just don't want people to die. And I do feel like when we defend ourselves against these fucking lunatics, that's perfectly fine. But I think what's going to happen, which a lot of these cases, the vigilante aspect of some of these people is going to end up getting innocent people hurt. And it only makes us look bad. Now land on this. This probably, I just thought about it as I'm speaking. This is probably the best point I can make. January 6th didn't look good, because I understand the frustration of the people, because they felt like it was robbery. But that was literally why they should have did it, because it did not help them. So that's what I'm saying, we got to go about it smart because the leverage is not on our side. That's all I'm trying to say.
Triggered Rob here, I think, maybe. What's going on, Rob?
Matt, come on. You don't even talk to me disrespectfully, brother.
I did not.
I got a rare off night. Nobody triggered me. I'm just talking to y'all. It's a free talking out that we all come on every day.
Rob Gulati, do you think that Carmelo Anthony supporters are stupid?
You're stupid, but
I was asking if supporters of Carmelo are stupid, not if I'm stupid. I know I'm retarded. Hello?
no, I think you're stupid. So again, for the record, my name is Galat. But outside of that,
The Spurs blew it, Rob. You watching that?
I'm a Rockets fan, and I was asleep. Like I'm out tonight. When I woke up, my son was screaming and shit. So
The biggest comeback in finals history.
ever. But outside of that, I don't know if anybody was in the room with me today. Like, I don't know if anybody's even really heard me talk about it.
Yeah, I heard it all, Rob Gulati.
Tell people,
Yeah, go ahead.
this is a fucked up case in a lot of situations because it's ultimately these was some young kids. Somebody lost their life. The other one's about to go to prison for 35 years. It's not a win on either side. From the jump, when I first started hearing about this case, that's what I was saying on Clubhouse. This is not a win for us as black folks. This ain't some type of martyr situation for white folks. So like when I hear certain rhetoric, like I was hearing when I came in this room, number one, man, anybody that's calling for a fascist regime in America on either side should be looked at as un-American.
Oh, shit.
That's number one. And the fact that nobody even pushed back on the guy calling for a fascist regime in the United States of America.
We live in a fascist regime already. What are you talking about? We're living with domestic terrorists.
The action.
As much as I dislike Trump, we're not living in a fascist regime.
Oh, really? June isn't LGBTQ month? That's not an extremist thing to brainwash our children, to make them all queer? Oh, they kicked me.
Yeah, like, y'all's obsession, and another thing, y'all's obsession with them gay folks, man, is kind of weird. I think a lot of people are actually more closeted gays than they'll ever admit.
Probably right.
Because, like,
he's probably right. Rob Gulati is gay.
I'm gonna keep it thing with y'all. I'm a parent of 3. Like, monitor what your fucking kids watching if you that concerned about that. Like, y'all need to stop that shit, man. Them people ain't doing nothing to you. Y'all just half-ass upset that they living in their truth and you ain't. So outside of that, man, like, this case, like, the reality is, when we talk about self-defense in Texas, if anybody's read the facts of this case, the reason why the self-defense claim ends up not working is because of a simple statement. Touch me and see what happens. Had he not said those words, he would still be doing some time. He more than likely sees an involuntary a negligent homicide, maybe a manslaughter charge. I think that it's rough because it's like we know that this ain't a kid that's coming from the traditional background that most kids that his age end up going to prison for go to prison. I get that, which is why a lot of people on that side is inflamed, about upset. This ain't like the supposed young dude that's out there thugging at 16, 17. But unfortunately, man, like, this is what happened. I mean, there's arguments that can be made that it was an unfair trial in certain cases, and you'll see what the appeal process say. If y'all, if y'all believe in justice like y'all claim,
Absolutely not. Who does?
that's what I'm saying. If they believe in it like they claim they do, then you let the appeals process do its job. Like, historically, and for good reason, black Americans don't trust the justice system. Doesn't feel like it works fairly.
It seems like you do.
I don't trust the justice
So my
system.
question is this, though.
I don't. But I know that in this situation, it's important for us to kind of look at the facts and not put our own opinions on it.
He's not innocent. You should never stab anyone, regardless of anything.
I didn't say he was innocent. I don't think he's innocent. I don't think his innocence is in question.
How do you feel comfortable jumping and come at somebody and attacking them when you are so much bigger than them or whatever it is? This Austin Metcalf kid, he's so great that he has to go and confront people. I'm not saying he deserves to die. I don't. My question is this. Don't paint him as some fucking martyr or some good kid. Because you don't go and you don't antagonize the situation. So what?
Oh, who's
You let someone else do it.
Did you hear?
You let someone else. Go
Did you hear what I said?
He's under the point that wasn't
You
made.
don't go and hey, listen, you get the fuck out of
You
here.
ain't nobody saying that shit.
We're gonna jump you. We're gonna fuck you up. Me and my 6'5" cousin, we're gonna fuck you up if you don't fucking leave from this place. What the
So
fuck?
yeah, just want people think you guys are stupid.
How do you ever?
Right, yeah, it's not.
That's not what happened. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
Why? Because he didn't walk in the tent.
Yeah, that didn't.
He
No,
didn't
Yo, stop talking, bro.
Yeah, yo, you gotta stop talking. This room is about facts. Like, what is real? What you said is not real, and it's not factual. So go on mute. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Outside of that,
Thank
I don't really spend too much time in the state.
Fucking Euros
Certain
just
people who
faggot.
just saying that, man, y'all is talking all of this. You need to, if a black person speak to you wrong, you need to shoot them. Man, I'm not living like that, man.
Person's never done that. I've never done that.
Alan, or you
I say that,
didn't
Rob.
say that shit.
No, I didn't say that. I said.
Hey, brother, I'm not talking about you.
Rob, yeah, I communicate.
They're absolutely occupied.
Man, y'all, but Alan, you advocating for some shit that you ain't on. Brother, you 70-something years old, man. You ain't finna down with the same
That's your turn. You can't.
You ain't finna down like
Try to respond to him. You 6'4" dumbass. Shut up.
You know that? Nah, fuck you, Alan. Nah,
Yeah,
but
Rob,
I can't.
I'm trying to answer.
The shit that you said earlier,
I
man,
just
fuck
said
you.
that to go, not you. Rob,
No, I'm talking about what you said earlier.
no, I'm about to say it. People communicate their feelings and their ideas through their actions. The black community, by and large, has supported independent Carmelo Anthony. When any other objective outside observer that is human would look at that interaction and say it was unreasonable and that Carmelo provoked him. It provoked the pushing. And then from the pushing and then objective, this is what I have been trying to communicate for 3 years. What the black
Provoke someone into
calls
provoke someone into hitting. No.
He was provoked. He was provoked into pulling a knife out to defend himself. Get away from me! Get away from me!
Just a clubhouse talking points. Can't speak for anybody.
I am
For your motherfucking self.
for
Be a man.
everyone
Be a
else.
man and speak for what Alan stands for.
I can do what the fuck I want.
You can't speak for nothing that a black person can do it.
Just like you
Let me
can.
tell you, ain't gonna fucking
Rob,
do it.
I'm black and I'm good. Can I speak for black people, Rob?
You asked the question. I am answering. I am answering.
Shoot, you a motherfucking
I
bitch.
am answering. This is what I've been trying
I
to
want you
say.
bitch ass
What
white
the
boys to feel tough
black
like that.
community
As you know, the subject of the seminar is
the rest of the
problems of
world
meditation.
says it's fucked up. And if you continue to do it, you will continue to suffer at your own hands. White people aren't doing shit to you. You're doing
white people, man.
yourself.
Let me tell you something you don't. To all you white folks on this stage, you motherfuckers are broke. It's nothing that you can do. It's nothing that you can do to black Americans The issue,
They are raping their own
I'm going to
kids.
stress
We
this.
are
I'm
not.
going to stress
They're
this.
molesting their own
That
children.
the
They
issue,
don't have to worry about
point.
anything.
the issue that people have is how the justice system distributes so-called injustice in the law. In cases like this, there's a case in Denton County. For the record, and let me say this, I actually don't think Carmelo is innocent. I understand why he's going to jail.
I know you
Do I feel for the young brother? Yeah, I do. I do feel for the young brother. I hate that he about to have to go to prison. Regardless if he gonna get out, man, he ain't gonna come home to a life that he could have led. So no, I'm not. I don't think this is a good thing for him.
I know.
But that don't mean that I think he's innocent.
Agree with you.
But let me tell you this: when people like to compare cases, there's a case in a county that's literally right next to that county, Denton County, in that area. There's a reason why people look at these things and question it. How two white boys stab a young guy or a black dude, and they end up with a negligent homicide, and one ends up with a probation. People could look at those things and say, "Hey, man,
he said I can fix
this is
an
problematic."
debt problem in
We can
5
look at
seconds.
like the sentencing and crack and cocaine sentencing. Nobody's saying that these people don't deserve to go to jail. People are saying that the comparison, when you talk about their white counterparts, it's a stat that's out there that's proven by the FBI. It's proven by every major fucking crime. I mean, any reputable source. It says that black people are 7.5 times more likely to be convicted of a crime, the same crime as a white person commits. Convicted at a higher rate. That's just what it is. And ain't nobody like for y'all to try to act like that shit don't happen.
Yeah, well then don't commit more crimes.
No, Alan, this
Listen,
it's not about committing
I
more.
back myself over numbers. Rob is different from me. My thing is this: I don't care who you are as a person. How you for your free will. Be yourself, man. Why the fuck are you blaming someone else? Why is it that poor white people in certain counties and poor black people, whoever they are, they rely on someone else who tell them something to do something with their lives? I could drive out of the city and see a fucking town that is fucking decimated from tariffs, from diesel prices, from the bankruptcies. I see this shit, man. I live in the fucking Midwest. Stop acting like these Republicans have done anything for you. They're your constituents. They have done nothing. You are flatlining. And they, the fact that rural hospitals are closing, schools are closing.
So y'all's obsession, and another thing, y'all's obsession,
and some other fucking California,
And the fact
some
that
place you don't fucking live.
shamelessly
You have no interest in your own red district. 9 out of the top 10 poorest states are led by Republicans. It is a fact. 9 out of the top 10 poorest fucking states. The unhealthy, the uneducated. And you're focused on the wrong thing. Focus on your own district. Get those motherfuckers out of there who have no interest. They are building AI data centers in your counties. They are taking over your farms. Bill Gates is buying farms up. So is BlackRock. So is J.D. Vance's company. They are buying these farms up because they don't give a fuck about you. They want to pin you against me. I don't give a fuck. Who are you? You can hate me. I don't care. You make nothing I promise you. I lose nothing from you hating me. My life is great. It will always be good, regardless of who's president. My question is this. What are you voting for? How does it bring this country together? How do you look at everything else and, set aside certain things in your morals? That's all I'm saying, bro.
Hey, Rob.
Well, if you're in the Midwest, you still gotta eat.
Hold on, Jimmy. Hold on.
Why y'all don't address me, address that brother's points that he just made, because he made some amazing points.
You're on stage.
Made some amazing points.
So you realize that black people kill more white people than white people kill
There we
black
go,
people.
man. Is that what
Hey,
you're
that's
talking about?
again. I'm gonna stress to you. I'm gonna stress to you guys. I'm gonna stress to you guys. You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me bring up any.
I gotta mute you, man, because I'm talking. I don't know what's going on this way.
Man, I don't give a fuck about all that shit, man. It's a free damn talking app.
Okay, I guess you don't want to know what you're doing, Rob, tonight. But anyways, we're doing a pretty bad job of killing you off. I mean, I don't understand where you're getting this idea that white supremacists and white people are out to hunt you down and kill you and do all this weird shit to you when you're obviously killing us more than we are killing of you. I mean, you got to explain that if you know, before you talk about anything else on this stage now, okay? Appreciate it.
We got to get Whitey before Whitey gets us.
Look here, dummy. I can't speak
really
for
wild.
anybody. Let me say
It's
that.
really wild, Rob.
I can't
Rob,
speak for anybody anymore.
You're
You
in
can't
the black
speak.
community, are
Hold on.
Are you
Any
in the
more than
black
you can
community?
speak. Any more than you can speak for all of these redneck racists that go
Are
around
you in the black
spewing idiots.
Rob?
I'm a black man in the black community,
Okay,
and I'm
then
telling y'all
why
that we don't care. We don't care about because Americans kill Americans.
No, that's not how that is.
Yeah.
No. It's
And largely,
white people are getting killed.
if you can find me a study that shows black people are going out killing those white people simply because they're white, I shut the fuck up.
Well, that's what the data is showing.
That's not what the data's showing.
Yes, it is. That's
not what the data's showing.
Rob, for a white.
Why did you guys grossly overlook what that brother Yo and Matt? Where did you hear me say anything about white people killing people though? I'm talking about how justice is served. That's where the anger is at.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna be. Let me tell you this. Let me be clear. Let me be clear with something.
The theme is
Ain't no motherfucking.
Are killing.
You people are trying to push a narrative that's not happening.
So I
Stop
got.
that.
So I got
You're
one
not
data
oppressed.
point.
You're not oppressed.
You're
not oppressed. You a clown.
You can't like really.
You a clown because I didn't say any of that. Number one.
I know, but
I didn't say any of that, so I don't have to address any of that.
You can't defend.
You're bringing something up that wasn't said.
It doesn't matter. I'm bringing it up.
No.
Guess what?
You're addressing me, but you guys, it look like y'all removed Yo when he asked why y'all don't say.
So I'm bringing it up. You didn't bring it up because I'm bringing it up. That's how.
Because you're gonna deflect. Because nobody even brought that up.
It's time for me to make a point. You can't defend what
nobody. Man, I can't defend people killing people. I can't.
I can't. We're gonna spend the whole time trying to get through to Rob what's going on here. Okay, it's not people killing people. It's black people killing white people. That's what the data shows, Rob.
What does the data show? What does it show?
It says white people are being killed by black people.
At a higher rate.
So for hold on, Alan. I mean, I don't. What's going on this stage?
I don't understand how is it that you expect, and this is what weird about white Americans. You guys expect us to answer for the entirety of things that have nothing to do with us. But you guys couldn't do the same. If I was to ask you a question about anything related to whiteness, you guys would do that. I cannot defend black people killing white people for no reason. I can't.
No,
I won't.
Yeah, and I'm asking.
I won't.
Did you even hear my question?
I won't. You're asking questions that can't be answered.
No.
Because you're trying to play stupid.
Can't be answered.
You're showing yourself to be one of those white people who aren't as intelligent as they think they are.
Rob, really you don't want a conversation.
Hey, Joel, you shut your bitch ass up. You a Mexican caping for white folks.
So check this out.
Let's send your bitch ass to your country real quick.
Rob,
Shut your bitch ass up. Let the Americans talk.
Rob, did you hear my question, though? Did you hear my question?
What is your question?
My question is, for being a white supremacist country, where blacks are killing the white people more than the white people are killing the blacks, we're doing a really bad job of being those white supremacists that you talk
Wouldn't that make sense though? If you're thinking, since you know that this is a white supremacist country, wouldn't it make sense that the minority? No, you're saying that. I'm going by your words. Because you didn't hear me say that. You didn't hear me say that.
You saying it on the app the whole time.
You didn't hear me say that. You hear me say that white supremacy exists in this country. You hear me say that. You hear me say that the American justice system is our actual enemy. You hear me say that we give white people far too much credit because the bulk of y'all ain't shit. But the bulk of y'all are broke as fuck.
We're doing a bad job. If white supremacists want you guys gone,
because y'all don't have any power. The power that you guys do have is used through legislation.
Both. You can't say that we're white supremacists.
No, you as an African guy have no power.
Okay.
White supremacy in today's form is much more effective legislatively. This isn't 1965, prior to 1965.
So why won't they legislate the killing of black people?
Because it would be unconstitutional. It would be unconstitutional.
They run the system.
Y'all
They
are
can't,
stupid.
yeah, but they made it legal before. But they made it legal before, so they can make it legal again.
Let me ask you another question.
I'm trying
These
to
black
understand
people
the
that are
logic
killing white people,
of
are they getting off for murder?
You still have it.
Are they getting off for murder?
You still have it.
yeah, the guy who just got over earlier.
We're gonna work on
What did he get off for? Tell me.
You're not saying it's like,
We're talking about the one that was in North Carolina?
Yeah. Wasn't a horrible country, the white supremacist country, as you see it on the stage that a few minutes ago. Why is it that you're telling us what the
Because it's a white supremacist country, you're the majority. So assuming that you're correct, the majority being the people who are causing the oppression, what would happen? People would lash back in your case, in your thought process. That would be the only insight. In reality, you cannot figure out what these people saying as a white point that we don't kill me. You can't get out of it. Otherwise, people will probably be found for hate crimes. It would be more likely. It's a situation that just happened in my city. A white guy's son gets his carjacked. The white guy tries to chase down the people that carjacked him. He ended up getting killed. That's a fucked up situation. See, they gonna go to prison for the rest of their life as they should. You're probably gonna get the death penalty.
So let me ask you, why
It's not a hate crime.
why not?
It's not a hate crime. Number one, man, let's not, like, you know, stay long, first off, don't talk to me like no sentence.
No,
That's number one. You know what a fucking hate crime is. This is what I said earlier. From the jump, I thought it was wrong that both sides were weaponizing the case. It's involving teenagers. This was teenagers getting into it. And one is impose control and kill the other teenager. This was a situation of Carmelo going over there saying, I wouldn't hurt a white boy. This isn't a situation of Carmelo coming over there and Metcalf saying, I want to beat up a black kid. Like this, y'all are wrong. And I say this to my people. Hold on, Matt, you were in room with PhD all day. I see your weak ass come in and talk about how I hate when sense in this case. So don't get on this stage and try to play. That's so
First state are led by Republicans. It is a fact. 9 out of the top 10 poorest fucking states. The unhealthy, the uneducated. And you're focused on the poorest states are led by
Charles obsession. Did you hear what Alan and the other person was saying?
Well, I kind of was away, but that's a different story. But
Yeah, that's what I came off responding to, Matt.
Oh shit, Rob Goulart don't like my military deployment idea.
Yeah, again, if you guys are trying to spin something that's not happening, why did y'all ignore what that brother Yo was talking about?
I didn't even know. Yo just was talking and talking. I didn't
No,
know.
he made some astute points.
Okay, tell me one of them. Give me one.
He made points about rural hospitals being closed,
Okay.
school closures. He asked why are red states the poorest states and the least educated and the worst educated states.
And what
is your question?
Why is that?
I think because it's a lack of attention to rural areas. I think that white Americans largely will vote against their own interests, especially rural white Americans. I'll give you an example.
The rural hospital, there's a bill in Congress dealing with rural hospitals, and it is coming out of the Problem Solvers Caucus, which is 28 Democrats and 28 Republicans. It's a bipartisan bill.
Problem solver caucus. Time to
deal
spend
with
more
rural
money.
hospitals.
Let's get
So
more money to
they have
hospitals, insurance
literal
companies, big
financial
pharma, and
and
doctors.
that's in
Here
Congress.
comes Abby, the Democrat lawyer.
Bullshit for that to happen.
Well, actually, it
So I
happened not in this cycle. That's been going on for quite some time. The different legislation about
Then
it.
why are they being cut then?
I'm telling you that
Why
you
they
have
being
to.
cut?
It's going through the Appropriations Committee in Congress, so you'd have to ask.
So it hasn't been passed then yet.
No, there was something passed. There's additional legislation. They're still
I got a
trying to
9-minute heart out.
appropriate
I'm not
it.
listening to
But
this
I would
retard all night.
suggest
I'm
you
going
ask
to.
your
I
member
can go
of
read a
Congress
book and go
about
to
it,
bed.
because the money comes
I
from
am.
Congress.
The Rob Gulati
Because
show
your members
is
do
not
that.
very
I don't know, Lizzie
entertaining
Fletcher's
and not
one of
very
the problem
enlightening
solvers.
or
But
intelligent.
that's
This is the Rob Gulati show.
Yes,
That's
yes,
what I would
but
ask.
she could probably tell you the status
So
of appropriations
to
on
be
that.
clear, are you saying that this is already
Yes,
a
there
bill
was
that has been in place?
legislation in the last Congress.
Well, I'm glad to
Now
hear
there's
that, Abby. Thanks
additional
for sharing me and
proposals.
educating me about
There's
the
nothing to do with Joe Biden.
bipartisan
It has
bill
to
with
do
the record.
This term. I'm just talking about you saying that Congress.
In that,
I
the
know it-
last Congress, there was
At the end
legislation
of
about
each
it.
year,
There's
this jewelry
additional,
workshop
there's
does a full
additional
cleanup
acts
of its
that are being,
machines and work areas to recover the gold dust that
proposed, but I
slowly
would check
builds
with your
up
member of
over
Congress. But I
months
just wanted
of
to say
making
it's
and
not
repairing
a political
jewelry.
issue.
Most of it is
It's actually
invisible during
came
daily
out of
work,
the
but
caucus
over
in
time it
Congress
collects in
that is
places
the
you would not
bipartisan
really think
political
about.
issue.
Dust is collected from
Yeah, but
grinding,
I
turning,
You can look
wanna-
at
CNC
about
machines,
Rob.
filing,
But
sanding,
outside
polishing,
what
and
I
even
was saying,
used
that's the
sandpaper.
What I was
Yeah.
saying, the real thing of what I wanted to get at about rural, because I wanted to use
Yeah,
this
I
example.
wanted to address that because Joe brought up those 2 points. Yeah, they're the least educated and what is it? Have the least amount of money, but also the happiest. Between Republicans and Democrats, Democrats have more mental diseases, more emotional issues, and Republicans don't. Overall, they're happier. You know why? Because they stopped trying to suck the government's dick, saying, "Hey, give me money, give me money,
Give me more money.
Don't give me money, then I
Give
won't be happy.
me.
That government money to be happy. They take care of themselves, whether they've got a 9th grade education or a college education, whether they're making $30,000 a year or $120,000 a year. Republicans are happier. So this idea that, oh geez, you got to have education to be content in life, you got to have a lot of money. That's absolute leftist bullshit.
Alan, then explain why. And with your logic, I'm just going off what you
It's
just
not
said.
logic.
He
it's
can't
just
actually
fact.
ask
I'm
a
just going by
question
what
directly.
you're
He's got to preface
saying.
everything
The education
for
thing,
his no reason question and his
right? And
non-point.
explain why we've been told for years, oh, stop being high school dropouts. You don't have an education. You'll never be any. Like, stop playing. Man, look, the idea, we could go by some stats that say that Republicans are happier. I would say this. That it's more likely.
Say that?
I would say that it's this. It's more likely that if you live in a big city, you're going to face depression type issues. But I would argue that it's for different type of reasons, because the human brain is not designed
Rob Gulati,
for
the
the modern world
psychologist.
that we live in. You're dealing with things like, you don't factor in traffic. Like those little small things can lead to big things like
That traffic is causing the
You're gonna see
depression.
higher rates of mental health issues.
5 minutes.
People are on top of each other. Alan, aren't you from New York?
No, I'm from Massachusetts.
Well, you're from
But you're
Massachusetts.
saying
Are you
there
from Boston?
You're saying
Rob
there
Gulati,
are
who gives a
Democrats in
fuck
rural cities?
where he from?
You're in a Democratic state, aren't you?
I'm in California now. And guess what?
But
California,
Massachusetts is a
I
Democratic
grew
state,
up-
isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Do
California.
you need to Google? Do you want to Google that, Rob Gulati? Or you want to come here and ask questions that you could Google?
To hire part-time doctors and nurses. They were actually killing people. Thank you, Democrats. Thank you. Democrats don't
Back
give a
to the logic
shit.
of being somebody from Massachusetts moving to California, the most powerful Democratic state in America.
What about purple states, Rob? What about purple? What about purple states? What are they?
I'm just saying, look at the logic of saying that you're from Massachusetts, and then you move to the stronghold of the Democratic Party, which is California,
Maybe not
only to
for
complain
long.
about Democrats.
What about purple states, Rob? What about a state like Pennsylvania? Well, you're going to say Pennsylvania, which is purple. What are you going to say? Their education system is one of the best in the country, so and it's purple as a state. So
I live in a purple city.
So I don't see your logic.
I live in a purple city. My logic,
where do you live, Rob Gulati?
My logic was going to more so what Yo was talking about, how you guys widely ignore. I never hear you guys talk about the issues that your own people face.
Well, it's not necessarily their own people. With the question,
3 minutes.
You tell me to get off the Democratic plantation and vote for Republicans, and then I look at all the Republicans because Oklahoma's ranked 50th in education, bro. That's a fucking red state, and it's red as fuck.
Yo,
when I say red, it is red as fuck. Yo, when I'm saying this though, California, I know, man, but California has the 4th highest GDP in the world. You know that, right?
A lot of homeless in California. Yeah, a lot of homeless.
Education stats determined?
Well, I mean, based off of literacy rates, right?
Okay. And what about the demographics?
Well, Oklahoma is pretty red. I'm telling you.
What's the homeless in
Oklahoma? There's no red city. There's no blue
Beaver, why don't you use the state that you went to high school in?
There are no blue cities in Oklahoma, brother. If that's what you get.
What's the homeless situation in Oklahoma versus California?
Is overwhelmingly poor.
They have a homeless problem there?
You don't care. And guess what?
They have a homeless problem there? Like they have in California?
No. Listen.
2 minutes.
More people, idiot.
I'm not an idiot.
She is an idiot.
A lot of homeless in California, don't?
Duh, because there are way more people there.
Tell me about the homeless problem in Oklahoma.
Beaver, were you
what I'm telling you about is what's happening in Oklahoma.
She's gonna ask 3 times. How many more times is Abby gonna ask?
If you look at
they kicked Joe.
There's other reasons that people don't want to address for the education discrepancy, but let's just put that aside for now. I decided that let's not focus on that.
Could it be low property taxes?
No, you don't need money. That whole money book.
Fun fact, Afghanistan's first ever all-female rock band performed completely anonymously.
I'm just asking, I'm just going by how schools are funded.
The Taliban had just fallen from power.
This is every state. Like, you could go, you seem like a person that can read. I can do the research for you. I'm off tonight. But if you look at areas, whether it's a blue state, red state, if you're in a zip code,
1 minute. The Rob Gulati show is coming to an end.
You're probably gonna have better schools. It's really that simple.
It's really that simple every time.
That's how it works.
You love to say that. It's really that simple.
With education in America on both sides. Like, one of the points I
don't even think Rob Gulati is black. He's probably like Puerto Rican, maybe a mix biracial.
State legislators, the big issue over school vouchers, right? So
is he? I think I've seen his Instagram actually.
Led by Tellerico, people like that were lock in step with the rural red Republicans. They were lock in step.
Well, I kind of the whole thing about Texas. Yeah, that's what I came off responding to, man.
Oh shit, Rob Gulati don't like my military deployment idea.
Well, I kind of that's a different story. But yeah, that's what I came off responding to, man.
Oh shit, Rob Gulati don't like my military deployment idea.
That's it. We hit it. It's the end of the Rob Gulati show. They will go on for hours tonight talking about their bullshit. They will not stop. They will be on Clown House for hours talking. Forever. Endlessly. They love the sound of their voice. It's like birds chirping in a tree.